What's up, Porsche fanatics? Will here with Rennthusiast, my YouTube channel centering on air-cooled Porsche 911 ownership experience. And this video has been long overdue. If you have been a loyal subscriber, a loyal viewer to my channel, then you know that I have been remiss in publishing. It's been a few weeks. For that, I apologize. Transparently, part of the reason I haven't published is I've been a little frustrated with my 911s. If you own these cars, and I have friends that I joke about this with, they can be challenging to keep going. And sometimes you're asking yourself, why am I putting myself through this frustration, just in terms of like the financial outlay and the time and the chasing of the issues and the, just all that goes into it. And so, definitely not losing my love for these air-cooled Porsches, but just lately I've been a little frustrated and I've struggled to find the motivation to publish. So that said, today I'm going to take you through kind of like the good things that are occurring with these cars, including my 964, it's back in the garage, as well as some of the issues that are still in place with the cars that quite frankly are frustrating me. So I'll take you through my 993, tell you, an issue that I'm facing with that, as well as some exciting news. I'm going to, touch on my 964. I will do a full review video of what I have gone through to get the car sorted. If you're new to the channel, I'll tell you that I bought this 964 in Amazon Green. It's a C2, 1992 model, about 6 months ago now. I think it's been 6 months. It's been a while. And I've had to put a lot of time and money into the car to get it where I want it. And then finally, at the end of the video, I'll take you through kind of some surprising information. I'm giving a little thought to selling one of these cars, and I'll tell you which one it is, and then I'd love to hear your feedback on that. So let's jump into this, and I'll take you through the cars. All right, here they are, all three of these air-cooled Porsche 911s, and yesterday was wash day, so they are in very clean condition. I don't usually keep them this clean because, as you may know if you've been around the channel, I drive these cars. Yes, they're beautiful to look at. I mean, I do love how they look when they're clean, but for me, the joy really is about driving them. I've done a lot of videos on that topic, and so I won't belabor it. But here's the deal. This is the 993. It's a 95 in Polish silver. I completed recently a pretty extensive outlaw project. As you'll see, the interior is very far off of stock. I'll put a link to the playlist to that project content in case you're interested in doing that. I know a lot of guys who are 993 owners have enjoyed seeing that play out. My original build had Mexico blue calipers and a Porsche decal down the side. I have since removed that. And some positive news for you, I've got some bucket list killer wheels that are due to arrive today. And I'll do an unboxing video here in the next week or so on what those wheels are. And then I'll show them to you on the car. Obviously, I'm really, really stoked. I'm sorry I didn't do that when I completed the outlaw project. So anyway, that's what's going on there on the positive front. On the negative front, well, I'll give you the positive / negative. I have been driving the hell out of this car this summer. I just completed a 600-mile road trip in it into the mountains of Southwest Virginia and West Virginia. And car performed beautifully, had a lot of fun in it. It's really, really dialed in. However, it has developed some sort of a weird noise in the clutch, and we're gonna have to drop the transmission to see what's going on. I did the clutch in this car maybe 18 months ago, and thankfully my mechanic is willing to warranty it. So, guys, I touched on this earlier. It's just that frustration of, dang, man, now I gotta be without the car for a while, and we're chasing an issue and all that stuff. A couple other annoying things going on with it. I had the glass pulled. I had a little bit of rust repaired on the car, and the glass company that dealt with putting the windshield back in didn't put it back in correctly. As you can see, that VIN right there should line up inside of that box. So the seal actually, I think, leaks a little bit, and the windshield's just not right. So I got to get that dealt with as well. So that's what's going on with the 993. I do love driving this car though. And so thankfully, I mean, it is drivable now. Next up, the 964. Man, this thing is just, the presence, the color is stupendous. I love the interior on it. This car required a transmission rebuild, so I replaced all the gear sets, I replaced the differential parts. I actually made the limited slip more aggressive, which is pretty fun. And so, you know, the positive thing is, hey, I got the car back. It's very beautiful to look at. It is very, very special. The downside is it needs more work. It needs a four-wheel alignment. It's pretty straight, but I can't keep it the way it is now. Needs a four-wheel alignment, needs a paint correction for sure. You know, you'll see this in the hood. The seller did some paint correction work to it, but it really needs a full cut and treatment. So I'm thinking about taking this car to a rally in October that I go to every year. It's a really fun time. And we do drive pretty hard at that event, and so I may do the paint correction after that if I take this car. The painful part of this 964 right now is this motor is now, it has some sort of a kind of a resonant or noise coming from the motor right around, call it 2,000 RPM. Sounds to me like maybe pulley's going bad or something, so it sucks because I got to take it back to my mechanic. You know, these things happen, but it's just more downtime. So, you know, I wish I could do this, hey, I just got my 964 back and I'm super excited about it video, and I'm sure that will come, but in the meantime I got to deal with the damn, you know, the issue coming out of the motor. So there you go. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting to hear what's going on with the 964, so that's where we are with it. And of course I'm gonna do, especially when the weather turns a little bit cooler, I've been hanging out outside a lot up at the lake with my family, and so when the weather is not as much lending itself to boating, I will do more content. And of course I'm gonna compare this guy against this guy, and I'll share with you driving impressions and all that stuff. And then I'll of course do some comparison videos on this. So here you go, my 1986 Porsche 911. For those of you who have been sticking to the channel pretty closely, you'll know that I haven't really done a ton of content on this car recently. And you know, I find that I'm just not as excited about it as I am about my 993 and the 964. So I actually have been giving some thought to selling this car. I am super torn, you know, on the side of the reason to sell it. I feel like right now, if I'm giving thought to exiting it, if I'm gonna maximize my cash out, now's the right time. But you know what, guys, I think I would regret it, you know? I mean, I've been told this car is replaceable, and I agree. I mean, a guard's red, 86, I mean, they're around. But what really, I think, makes this car special is the history on it, the documentation on it, just how clean it is. This is all original paint with the exception of the driver's door that's been painted. The stance on it, the previous owner really spared no expense sorting the car and getting it where he wanted it, and luckily his tastes align with mine. So, you know, I just can't decide. I would love to hear what you guys think out there. Like, should I sell this car, or do you think I'd regret it? There you have it, kind of a channel update on these cars. I feel so fortunate when I walk out into the garage and I see all three. Okay, so there you have it. That's what's going on with the cars. I thought I'd give you a real quick teaser about some videos that are hanging around in my mind. One that I'm gonna do, of course, is the wheel unboxing for the 993. I'll be curious to get your guys' sense of what you think about the wheels. I'm really excited. So, you know, I'm purposely being a little bit mysterious about that to keep you tuned in. So that's coming. And another video that I've been giving some thought to, it's gonna be something along the lines of the Porsche tax. It's not what you think. And I'm gonna talk with you guys about what goes into supporting these cars and owning these cars. And sometimes it's not all financial. So I'll share that with you in an upcoming video. And then finally, I've had some requests for a total cost of ownership video on my 1986 Guards Red car, and so I have tallied up everything I've spent on the car, and I'm going to share that with you guys in an upcoming video. So if any of that is of interest to you and you're not already a subscriber, I would like to invite you to subscribe to the channel, and you know, I hope to see you next time. I'm out of here.